Modifying the network. As part of this exercise, we will add a new thermal generator node to the network. To do this, we first click on the thermal unit icon in the toolbar. Then move the mouse cursor to the location where we want to add the unit and click. A screen will appear that requires information on node name and abbreviation. After we complete the node identification process, another screen will appear asking for a few technical and economic input variables. Let's assume that this is a 250 megawatt unit with a minimum generation level of 125 megawatts, a production cost of $50 per megawatt hour at the minimum output level, and $45 per megawatt hour at full capacity. Click OK to continue to the next screen. The detailed input screen will appear that allows us to define all technical and economic parameters for the weekly, daily, hourly, and system level. Let's go to the hourly data and assume that the unit has a 50 megawatt per hour down ramp rate and a 50 megawatt per hour up ramp rate. We already have specified the production cost of the unit in the previous screen. However, in GTMax you have the option of defining a function that determines the prices at which you want to sell your power. The bid prices may or may not be related to the production cost at all. Let's double-click the magnifying glass at the bottom of the screen to access the bid price function. The function already contains the 2 points you entered in the previous screen. You can modify these values or quickly add or delete steps to the curve. There can be up to 5 steps in each bid price function. Let's add one more point to the curve by clicking Insert. Let's assume you want to sell your power for $50 per megawatt hour at 125 megawatts, $115 per megawatt hour at 175 megawatts, and $150 per megawatt hour at full output. Click the Save and Exit buttons to finish the step in adding a node to the network. We now need to link the node to the grid. To do so, first click on the transmission link icon in the toolbar. Then move the cursor to the node such that the plus sign overlaps the node. Click once to define the starting point of the link. Move the cursor to the destination node and click again. The link input screen will appear. Let's assume that the line has a 500 megawatt transfer capability. Entering a global value in this screen copies the value to all 168 hours. If any of the inputs varies by hour, you may check the detail checkbox to enter hour-by-hour variations. You may define transmission line losses as a step function by double-clicking on the magnifying glass icon at the bottom of the screen. Up to 5 steps can be defined by using the Add, Insert, and Delete buttons. For simplicity, let's assume that we do not have any losses on our line. Click the Save and Exit buttons to finish the step in linking a node to the network. We are now ready to execute the case that includes the new thermal generation node.